In this video, I'm going to show you how we finish the order taking side of things and basically finish up with the accounting software or whatever type of order taking system you have. And before I jump into how I build a report from the day's orders, I just want to make a quick note. I do use this description field to add French to radish, for instance, or red to kale, lacinato to kale. And I don't really go into such detail with crops like radish because I like to print a report at the end of the year to see roughly what the value of radishes we sold came out as. I don't really care. Maybe I should, but I don't at the moment care how many French, how many red. So I just have this set up as radish, and then I add French in this description column as it comes up. I mean, baby kale is set up on its own, but that's descriptive enough. And you can leave this column blank. But if you're in the habit of, things like, you're selling garlic skeeves. Let's say you're selling ghost chilies or something, and you like to write stuff in here that says, watch out, these things are really hot, or some other note or some other kind of memo to people. You should probably make a separate column in the layout designer. So if you don't really find yourself doing that very often, leave this as it is. But if you're typing stuff in here, little notes and little memos, it'll kind of wind up as junk that gets printed on your labels. And you probably could just have this description be a column like this wide, and then have a column here called notes that you create for yourself. In fact, I think I'm going to do something like that for next season. I don't know that I ever ran into a problem with it. Okay, so we have our orders taken from customer 1, 2, and 3, and what we want to do is we go into reports. And from reports, you can see this here, there's memorize. We have a memorized report, and I'm going to show you a quick preview of how quick this is once you're finished taking your orders. So we have our custom invoice made up. We've gone into all of our items and added units and max units per carton to each item. So if everything's all set up, when you're done taking your orders for the day, you would basically go into reports, come down into memorized reports, and one of these memorized reports will show you, let's show this as the date was 12/30. Okay, so here's the orders I just took, and there they are listed in a report, and you can see that memo. Here's the memo column, which is read as description on the invoice. And we have quantity, units, and max units per carton. So we need these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns on the report. And then from here, it's really just as easy as you do a right click and then you save the report as text. And that's going to create a file that we can print from. So it's really not terribly difficult. Once everything is set up, I'll show you again how kind of easy that was. We are finish orders for the day, go to reports, go into our memorized reports. I'm going to show you how to create a memorized report. And that's going to call up, hopefully, today's date. And there we go. We can print this file as labels. And this max units per carton here is a really critical piece of information because that's going to help us parse our quantities and figure out how many labels we need to print for each one of these items.